One morning, a man was walking down a beach that was covered in dying starfish. The tide the night before had been especially strong, and thousands of starfish had been washed up on shore, too far up for them to make it back into the water by themselves. The man shook his head as he trudged along, thinking what a shame it was that all of those starfish would die on the beach. He came upon a boy who was throwing the starfish back into the ocean as quickly as he could. He was out of breath, and it was obvious that he had been at this task for a while. "Son," the man said, "you might as well quit. There are thousands of them. They are washed up all over the beach as far as you can see. There's no way you can make any sort of difference." The boy didn't even pause in what he was doing. He kept bending and throwing, but as he did, he spoke to the man. "I can make a difference to this one, and this one, and to this one." And the man thought, and he knew the boy was right. My brother Olives, sister B'nai B'rith girls, and guests. In 1924, the Aleph Zadik Aleph for young men was founded in Omaha, Nebraska to make a difference in the lives of young Jewish men. For the past 82 years, AZA has had an impact on over 500,000 teenage Jews, including my grandfather, my stepfather, and myself. As your 2006 Regional Aleph Gadol, it was always my highest aspiration to be the little boy from the story, to make a difference to as many of you as I possibly could, to ignite or strengthen the fire of AZA that burned and still burns so radiantly in my heart into yours, and most importantly, to always be your friend. I sincerely hope that I made at least some progress toward my goal, and that progress correlated into the success of the strengthening of our region. This year, much progress has been made in Cotton States on the regional and chapter levels. First, and perhaps most importantly for the region, this year we changed the structure of how we train our chapter leaders by switching them from a crowded, ineffective RLTC program, which in recent years has just become an excuse for social programming with leadership themes, to a new program coordinated by the regional Madrakah and Kohen Gadol in conjunction with regional staff, which will contain position-specific training from regional board members, board focus sessions, and other classes and activities that will teach hands-on skills that all board members can take back to their chapters to help them improve. This year, we also added a Spring Regional Convention, or SRC, which is to be purely a social program to give you another opportunity to see your friends from around the region. Pretty sure it's going to be off the chain. Furthermore, one of the things about this past year that I am most proud of is our international program attendance. Due in large part by the hard work and dedication put forth by our regional Morad Justin Mantell and regional Midmom Jennifer Poland, Cotton State sent over 90 kids to international programs this year. 90 kids, which has translated and will continue to translate into stronger leadership on the regional and chapter levels. At this point, I would like to thank all of our regional program coordinators for doing spectacular jobs this year. David, Jacob, Stephen, and I'm sure TJ, all of your programs continue the Cotton State's tradition of regional program greatness, and all of you brought innovative ideas to the table. Jacob Baer, the regional Kala coordinator, took it upon himself to raise enough money for Rick Rett, modern Jewish rock star and future inductee at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, to come to our Kala so that his program would be creative, different, and more exciting than Kalot in the past. Mad props, bro. On a chapter level, Cotton State's had a number of things to be proud of this year. But before I talk about those, I just want to thank the guys board. We set our goals very high this year, and though we completed lots of them, we didn't complete all of them, but the way that we worked together and with our counterparts really set the bar high for future regional boards. And you know what? We had a heck heck of a lot of fun doing it. So it was awesome, guys. And Avi, your board was amazing. You were awesome to work with. And thank you. You've been a very good friend. But back to the chapters. The manly men of Perry's AZA, under the leadership of Godolian Justin Mantell and Andrew Plattycakes Platkin, have truly turned Perry's around from a year ago, when they were one of the weakest chapters in the region, to today, when they are one of the strongest. MESH, though it has been struggling over the past few years, has been sending more and more people to summer programs, and is starting to improve. MESH, only by caring deeply about the other members of your chapter, and emphasizing AZA's fraternal aspects, like dedicated Olives, David Schaefer, Craig Russo, Mitchell Spielberger, and Jake Garber, will your chapter regain its position as one of the powerhouses of Cotton States. Oakland AZA, with its outstanding freshman and sophomore classes, is ensuring its sustainability over the next few years, and it's rallying around senior leaders Mark Eggerman, Spencer Glazer, David Stam, and Zach Hanover to win the 2006 Turkey Bowl was an incredible display of brotherhood and sportsmanship. The men of Athens had another outstanding year, as usual. Their programming was consistently strong, as was their brotherhood. One thing that you should remember, though, is that AZA is an organization for Jewish teens to come together and to be given the opportunity to take on leadership roles. Do not deny your members that opportunity based upon preconceived notions or popularity. Every Aleph in this order deserves a chance. However, the thing that set you guys apart this year was the hard work of your Morim, Ethan Hassenfeld and Max Pope, which was especially apparent at mid-AIT, when the Athens AITs were extremely enthusiastic and well prepared. Good job. Big, easy guys. I'm so happy that so many of you came to Kalab and had such a great time. For your chapter to develop and blossom, you must send as many Alephs as possible to CLPC so that you can truly understand how AZA works. Every Aleph in the region should aspire to be as devoted as Aleph Dustin Goodman, who goes above and beyond his responsibilities and is always eager to do more for the betterment of Big Easy. Your enthusiasm for BBYO is inspirational to everyone who hears your story, and I wish you guys the best of luck in the coming years. I saved Winnick for last because for some reason, which I'll never understand, they always want to be in the back. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. Daniel Roberts and David Heck led Winnick to one of its best years in recent history. Maura Evan Chasen recruited enough AITs to more than double the existing size of Winnick, and Sagan Ryan Markman stepped up to the plate and filled your calendar with innovative, quality folds on a regular basis. I'm also glad that the Winnick beef with the regional board is now over, and I think that everyone is all the better because of it. My brother Alephs, our organization thrives on its youth leadership. I beg you to always stand up for what you believe in. For AZA to grow and become stronger, we must be the boy from the story and try to help and better every Aleph or every Jewish team that we meet. However, for the Aleph Zadik Aleph to even exist, we must stand up for what we believe in and never forget that this is our organization. Take advantage of the opportunities that you have. Apply to coordinate regional programs or for chairmanships. Run for board. If you don't, these privileges, these rights, will be taken away, and AZA will lose exactly what makes it so special. My brother Alephs, think outside the box. Cotton States is always going to be one of the strongest regions in the order, whether or not we had a good or bad year. But mediocrity is not what we strive for. Rabbi Nachman of Breslov said that if you won't be better tomorrow than you were today, then what do you need tomorrow for? In Cotton States, we must constantly be in the act of bettering ourselves, so that we are perpetually growing stronger and stronger. 2 years ago, Athens took it upon themselves to step outside the norm and plan a citywide 5K. Last year, Jacob Baer and Sam Olswagner decided that they weren't content with the status quo. Only one chapter per year should be doing new things. Every chapter should be doing new things each year, so that there is no status quo, so that the norm is constantly changing for the better, and so that the bar should be continually set higher and higher and higher. My brother Olives, the last piece of advice I would like to impart to you during this speech is this: change is not always a bad thing. During the second half of our term as a regional board, we set our main goal as starting a new chapter in or near Nashville. We as a board worked extremely hard on accomplishing this goal, but we needed the help of Athens to make this a reality. Some members of Athens thought that the new chapter would hamper the progress of Athens in the future. I truly admire the amount of love and dedication that you have for Athens, but do not be afraid that that kind of change will hurt you. I think that all of you agree that every Jewish young man deserves to have the same opportunity in BBYO and AZA to be an Aleph that you do. If you are afraid that giving others that opportunity will be detrimental to your chapter, strengthen your chapter to the point where it doesn't matter, and aid the new chapter as much as possible. Friendly competition always betters chapters, not the opposite. Throughout the past year, I have had many proud moments in AZA. When I arrived at Camp Pearlman for I-board installations, over and over again, I heard the Olives from CSR at CLTC 5 bragging to the other participants about how strong Cotton States is and how much love for AZA each and every member of our region possesses. That is the state of our region. At Regional Kala, Rick Rett led the Kala body in the Havdalah blessings, and all of the seniors started to cry because they couldn't believe that all of the incredible experiences that they had had together in Cotton State's BBYO were about to come to a close. That is the state of our region. At mid-AIT, when the Memphis bus arrived, the Oaken AITs could be heard banging on their buckets for 2 hours straight, so excited to be able to show off their immense love for their chapter to the future best friends that they were about to meet. That is the state of our region. During the last night of New Member Weekend, 50 teenage guys huddled together and screamed the same words that Jewish young men have yelled at the top of their lungs for the past 82 years all around the world. Up, you men, and sing to AZA. Brothers will be as we share our cares each day. My brother Olives, that is the state of our region. I want to thank each and every one of you for giving me the opportunity to be a part of this organization with you, for caring about AZA and BBG, and most importantly, for letting me be your friend. Inei matov u'manayim, sheverachim gam yachad. How beautiful, how wonderful it is when brothers and sisters live together in unity. Fraternally submitted with undying love for the International Order of the Aleph Tzadik Aleph, the 7 cardinal principles upon which it stands. Cotton States Region number 72, my home, Lester Sherman Oaken, AZA number 1204. An unwavering knowledge that each and every one of you can be that boy from the story. And an undying, unfaltering hope that AZA will be around for my son. I remain Aleph Jeff Allen Dreifus.